All right, I've got UFC bantamweight contender Rob Font, fresh off of a training session here at Combat Zone 75. Rob, man, Calvin's promotion, I know. Are you still kind of involved? You help out where it's needed?
Yeah, whenever I can. Whatever I, like I said, set up or meet and greets, signing autographs, whatever you need me to do, I'm there. There's a lot of stress on them, like putting together these cards and the matchmaking behind it and all the behind the scenes with the commission. So I know it's hard on him right now. So it's like he's in fight camp right now as well. So like we're both going through it just in different ways. But I'm very happy for him, man. This is impressive, man. Going from the DoubleTree in New Hampshire to the Encore is pretty big. So shout out to Calvin Kattar. But yeah, I'm excited for this card.
I know it's. I said this to your coach too. People know the New England scene so strong, but they might not realize like there's not a whole lot of MMA fights that are held in Boston or like right around Boston area.
Right.
So this get you itching a little bit, maybe. 2022. You think we're gonna get a return?
We gotta bring it back. We have to bring it back. It's a must. It only makes sense. Especially at the Garden. So we gotta bring it back.
Yeah, I'm here for it, man. But you got other things to focus on first. April 30th. I think fans love this fight, but it kind of came out of nowhere. I think it surprised a lot of people. Did it surprise you a little bit as well?
100%. I figured I would be fighting by like summer, like July, like around there. But April's cool too. I didn't even have Cheeto on my radar. I figured eventually one day, but I didn't have him on my radar. So it was especially a surprise when they threw out his name. But another main event, another tough fighter. I'm here for the fight.
Yeah, and I said this again to Tyson. Were you pretty cool with this matchup though? Like, Cheeto, there's the guys at the top that I think everybody wants to fight each other, but then there's those contenders that are like ready to make the jump and they just need somebody to kind of.
Yeah, I think he's been around for a while. He's coming off the Ultimate Fighter show, so he's been around. Big win, beating Frankie Edgar. Obviously his number, he's number 8, number 5. But that obviously fighting backwards, but it's still a big fight. He's still a well-known fighter. In a perfect world, I would like to fight obviously Corey or somebody ahead of me, but didn't work out. We got Cheeto, and it's not like this guy he's only fought four times, and he's calling for a top 5 guy. He's been around. He's fought everybody, tough fight. So yeah, I think this fight makes sense as far as for the fans for sure. As far as entertainment, and it's definitely worthy of the main event.
And you guys, I think, kind of came into the UFC around the same time, and he's, finally racked up some wins, and he's putting on some good performances. Have you been impressed with the recent performances, the Frankie fight, et cetera?
Man, especially, you got to be impressed with beating Frankie Edgar, especially, if I'm not mistaken, he was losing that fight, and he came back and pulled it off, and that's hard, I've been down on fights, and it's hard to pull it together and, come back and get that W, and he did, and he finished too, so, like, he's been looking impressive. He's looking good. I'm excited for this.
And not too long ago, you were kind of the guy that was taking your first main events in the UFC and whatnot. Do you feel like it's more of a comfortable situation with you now? Like it's less of like, oh, I'm a main event, it's just like another fight.
I do believe I'm finally kind of as far as the fight week and the main event and having that spot. I think it flowed pretty smooth, and I'm definitely get used to it. But I think I'm getting better at obviously training for a 5-round fight, but I think I figured out how to fight a 5-round fight. Where it's like I'm not doing too much too early or doing too or not doing enough in the early rounds. I think obviously I gotta, you won't know until we fight, but I feel like I have a better idea of how to fight a championship 5-round fight and still make it exciting. And I think this is obviously his first main event too, so I have a little more experience on him, but it doesn't matter that much when going with these tough guys. But if it does come into play, I think it's going to be strategy for me.
Yeah, and you're about it was like 3.5 months removed from the Jose Aldo fight. It was a war, man. Did it take you a little bit while mentally, physically to recover from that?
Obviously we always, Tyson always played safe, so we haven't sparred in a while. We still haven't sparred since we got this fight. We'll probably spar in the next 2 weeks and get back to it. But it's staying low. My face is fully healed. Had a couple bumps and bruises, but mentally, physically, I feel good. It was just, it sucked, fighting a guy like that, not taking advantage of opportunity like that. But I'm happy for him, and hopefully we get that rematch.
Yeah, and it was a great fight. Like I said, you show that you're certainly an elite caliber, top of the division guy. But were you able to pull anything out? I mean, it seemed like you guys were pretty toe to toe, and then he would have a big moment, so to speak, and that was kind of the difference. But were you able to kind of go back and tweak some things?
Yeah, I mean, for me it was just not having the right distance on that first round, as far as thinking I was safe and not necessarily moving my feet and thought I was good, and I know he just jumps in and then you get hurt that early from everything else. I mean, from that point on, it's kind of like everything that touches you is kind of like I'm usually good with shots like this, and now I'm falling all over the place. But I obviously not to get hit too early. That's huge. You can't get hit in this at this stage with some of these guys. Well, it takes one, and it's it's a long night for you. But then just again like learning how to fight that 5-round fight, not just looking for the finish the whole time, to understand how to strategize and fight that 5-round fight. But yeah, man, I'm excited. We got to be back in there. Another tough opponent. He brings it. I know he's not going to be running the whole time, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's obviously got some good stakes for that division to put your name right back up there as well.
Yeah.
That division right now obviously has a title fight coming up. You feeling any sort of way on who wins that one?
I just needed Harry to make it happen. Like it's still fighting, right? Like
yeah.
I know he had Jan had some issues with.
Yeah. I guess one of his cornermen can't get in, but the other ones are good.
Right,
and so they're gonna
okay.
fight coming up here not too long.
Yeah, just hopefully they get it on, man. Like I'm excited for that. Hopefully it does go down, and we get a clear champion. Get it out there and finally get this division moving.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate the time, Rob.
Thank
Take
you.
care.